A round of applause for Aaron Lim. Okay guys, sorry, the light's a bit distracting. Is there anything we can do about that? It's just one of the lights. We can't see. Never mind lah, it's great. Okay, I can't see any of you, so I can't gauge whether or not you're gonna laugh or not. So for the most part, just laugh lah, okay? Thank you. So some of my jokes, right, are gonna start with stories. They're gonna be stories, so you guys are gonna have to imagine the whole thing. I have to stand out of the light. If I stand in the light somewhere, I'm gonna disappear. You know, some of you won't have a problem lah, but I will all disappear. Okay. The first story I'm gonna tell was about the first time I went to Singapore. Now, I'm not from a very rich family, so I didn't get to travel a lot. The first time I went to Singapore was last year. Now it's 2016, so it's last year when I was 18. The first time when I was 18, I straight applied for a passport. I straight away went out of the country. And the first place I went was Singapore. And that wasn't part of the joke, but thanks for laughing. I thought you were okay. The first time I went to Singapore, right, I didn't know anything about going to another country. So I bought the bus ticket on the day itself, and I just went. So the problem didn't start when I got onto the bus, because I peed before I got into the bus.
What's wrong with you?
The problem started when I got to immigration. I thought Malaysian immigration was Singapore immigration. And they let me through just like that. I was like, my god, these people keep talking so highly of Singaporeans. I got through just like that. I could be a terrorist and you guys won't know. That's not the joke also. So, thanks for the giggles, guys. It was when I got to Singapore immigration. Have any of you been to Singapore, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay, all of you been to Singapore, right?
Where's Singapore?
Singapore? It's near Johor. Okay, I don't want to insult Johorians. They already get enough shit as they do. Okay. So I go to Singapore border, right? And I didn't know you had to fill in a stupid little form before you went to immigration. So I waited half an hour in line, and I finally got to the counter. And I just gave the guy my passport. The guy said, "Where's your form?" I said, "What form?" He pointed to the back of the hall and said, "Go fill in that form." The place was empty lah, so I said, "Okay, fine, whatever. Most I'll be delayed, it's under 15 minutes, right?" I went to the back of the place and I filled in the form. I was writing the last sentence, the address that I was going to, and 3 buses full of people came in. I'm not even kidding, I counted the buses and I watched the people walk in. It's like all the light and hope from my eyes came out with those people. Because I knew my bus wasn't gonna wait shit for me. I knew that. So I go back in line, and it took me another 2 hours to get to clear immigration. When I finally went down to the terminal, right, I looked around for my bus. Obviously it wasn't there anymore lah. So then I had 2 problems this time. I forgot to take any Singapore money, and I didn't have a Singapore number. This is by the way a true story. I'm not telling you shit. This is really what happened to me. So I looked around. I was lost. My DG left me when I left Johor. So go for Celcom next time lah.
Racist.
No, but seriously, DG left me when I left the border. So I was left there with no form of communication, right? And no money. Not a single Singaporean dollar. And the worst part, I forgot to withdraw Malaysian ringgit the day before. So I went to the bus, I went to look around the buses. Thank God, I seriously thank God to this day, Singapore is so efficient. I looked around at the stations and my bus was there. I mean, not my bus, the shuttle bus to my destination was there. I was headed to Queen Street, and they had a bus to Queen Street there. So I went to the bus driver. Again, thank God he spoke English. This is the best thing about Singaporeans lah. They can speak English lah. Hey,
Kita bukan English.
hey, Malaysia. Okay. Anyway, no, that's not my point, guys. Stop distracting me from my point. My point is that I asked the guy how much to get to Queen Street. He said $2. I looked inside my wallet. I only had 7 Malaysian ringgit. I asked him, can I pay with ringgit? He did some math in his head. He's Chinese, by the way, that's why he could do the math in his head.
Yes.
I'm kidding. So he did the math and he said, and he straight away said 7 ringgit. I tell you, at that time I wanted to kneel on the floor and kiss his feet. You know? 7 ringgit was all the money I had left in my wallet. So I gave him all my money. Oh? Yeah, a Malaysian giving Singaporeans all their money. That doesn't sound familiar at all, right? Johorians would know. So,
Hey, don't skip.
okay, so I got on the bus, and it was my first time in Singapore. And I looked around, you know, and you know what I saw?
Malaysia kissing Singaporean feel.
No, I saw exactly what I see in Malaysia, just cleaner lah. So when I go to my destination, and here's my second problem. I didn't tell my friend when I was arriving. I didn't tell my friend I was there, and I couldn't because I didn't have my number. So then, thank God, right next to the station that they dropped me off, right, there was a taxi stand, and that taxi stand was full of Malaysian drivers. I went to this taxi abang, you know, and I said, bang, bro, can I fuck you? I didn't say that to him. I went to the guy and I said, bro, can I borrow your handphone? First thing he said to me was, my handphone also not working now. I was like, thank you, Malaysia. So I said to him, then do you have any coins I can borrow? I need to make a call, my handphone's not working. I swear to you, he reached into his pocket, not because of my previous phrase just now, he reached into his pocket and pulled out a handful of coins, you know. I swear, anyone could have fallen out. He looked at his handful of coins and he gave me 10 cents. In my heart lah, at the time, in my heart, have any of you ever used the Malaysian public phone?
There's Malaysian. Yes. There is a public phone.
Wow, you rich and entitled mother. Okay. Have any of you ever used a public phone in Malaysia?
Yes.
Then you know how far 10 cents can get you, right? 10 cents can go like, hello? I know, I used public phones before. So then, I went to the public phone, you know, and I didn't know how a Singapore number looked like. Here, right, here we have 016, 010, 012, or now we got 011, right? I don't know what the number looks like over there. So I looked at my contacts, my friend called me with a number. It said +65, blah blah blah, 303. I entered 65303. Number not in service. I was like, okay. I entered 5303. No number in service. Okay. I entered 303. And mind you, before I entered the number, right, I was rehearsing what I was going to say to my friend. It went something like this. Hello, I'm here already, come pick me up in Queen Street East. Something like that lah. So I called the number, and then he answered, hello? Hello, I'm here in Queen Street already, come pick me up, please, fast. And then he was like, okay. And then I looked at the dial. It has the timer to see how much time you have left, right? I looked at the dial. I put in 10 Singapore cents in it. I looked at the dial. 30 seconds left. It's like, okay, so how are you, huh? You good? You're in the taxi already, ah? Oh, okay. Where, ah? And then I was like, okay, fine, I hung up. So that's the first time about my trip to Singapore. Okay, that was my first joke. Laugh a bit. admit it sounded more like a joke now than it did back then. Back then I was panicking, I was on the verge of tears. But now it's a joke, so it's fine. So okay, I need to tell all of you this lah. I have a very good friend, Ian. I have a very good friend, Ian, and I just need to let you all know that he sucks at comebacks. He sucks ass at comebacks. I'll give you a very good example. We were sitting at golf one day, and it was a chilly night. He said to me, "Hey Aaron, it's cold." I said to him, "You know who else says it's cold? My girlfriend." I'm implying only girls say it's cold, okay? And he's a guy. What's more, he has more layers of protection than most of us. Okay? So then the other night, this is a true story. The other night we were at Depote, We were at Depote, and it was a chilly night, I swear to God. It felt like I walked out into my aircon. I walked out from my aircon into the aircon. I'm not sure if you guys got that, but okay, never mind. He said, I said to him, "Ian, very cold out tonight." You know, he said to me, "Your girlfriend says it's cold too." I was like, huh? I was like, what?
Do you have girlfriend or girlfriend?
Got.
I got.
Okay, so it's not just Ian, okay. We got one more guy which most of you know. His name is Chifu. He's equally bad at comebacks. Ian said to him, "Chifu, you're such a big pussy." You know, Chifu replied, "Says the real pussy." I was like, on a scale of 1 to terrible, that was Chifu. And then you should hear, Chifu can drive, unfortunately. I'm very lucky I've never been in his car. Because the 2 times I've been to his car, the first time, I nearly got a stroke. The second time, we were involved in an accident. A self-made accident. The drain did not move. The car did move, but the drain moved into the car. I don't know how, I don't know why. Anyway, that wasn't a joke lah. So, then you should hear Ian complaining about Chifu's driving. Because Chifu has this habit, right, of braking on a straight road. If the road is straight, he needs to brake at least 10 times to make sure his car isn't going past 60. So then Ian likes to complain about Chifu driving. He says, Chifu's driving is so bad, you can feel your whole body jerk off. I shit you not, those were his words. I was thinking, oh, okay, that's a very nice feeling to have in a guy's car, with a guy in the car. Christmas happened very recently, right? So Christmas happened very recently, and then I got a few friends telling me lah, "Hey Aaron, my parents are coming tomorrow." I said to them, "Bro, did your parents come 19 years ago?" Okay, so this halfway I go to more of the one-liner jokes again. Globalization and immigration is a fantastic thing. Now we got Netflix already. Can you guys believe it, right? Now we got Netflix already. But unfortunately, right, the older generation, our parents' generation, don't fully comprehend the phrase Netflix and chill. There was a senator in the US, and this is a true story. There's a senator in the US. He was a very popular guy. He wanted to spend time with the people who voted for him, right? So his name was Senator Bundy. So he started a program, Netflix and Chill with Senator Bundy. The lucky prize winner will get to spend an afternoon watching Netflix with the senator. Netflix and chill. For us Malaysians, it should be Netflix and lepak. Or my favorite, Netflix and nasi lemak. But anyway, back to the point of globalization, right? I went to the UK, and you know what you see the most in the UK? No, seriously, the thing you see the most in the UK is what? British people. That was the joke lah, laugh ah. Yeah. Then what do you see the most in Australia? No, Malaysians. You see Malaysians in Australia the most. Okay, then what do you see in Malaysia? Bangladeshis. Oh, somebody said it, not me. Bangladeshis. It's not. I don't have anything against Bangladeshis. They're cool people. They do the things that Malaysians don't want to do. No, that's not an insult. That's not an insult. Seriously, it's like Malaysians going to Australia. We do the things that Australians don't want to do, like get a job, you know, or study. Okay, well, that's very bad, lah. Okay. Few of you, 3 weeks ago, accounting night happened. Any of you went to accounting night? Yeah. Okay, some of you went to accounting night. I saw you were playing with your fingers during accounting night. For those of you who don't know, Harith is very good with his fingers. They're long and they're plucky.
Our play is so good.
So I was in accounting night, right? And I came late, you know. I came late to accounting night because of Malacca traffic. You know, Malacca is one of the cities I always see, right? The whole town is one way. It's like they cannot fathom the construct of a two-way lane.
Correct.
Any Malaccans here? Malaccans, hands up please. Guys, it's okay to travel in both directions on the same road. Okay, so I was late for accounting night, right? And then I went to the booth and I took my tax. I went there under the terror squad, right? I took my tax. And then I was taking photos taking photos the whole night. And coincidentally, there were girls there. Coincidentally, I took photos of girls there. And with their permission lah, come on. Coincidentally, I took photos of girls there. And then all of them kept telling me, "Thank you, Aloysius." I was like, because, okay, fine. I know I'm not the most popular guy on campus, so people don't know my face, people don't know my name. So it's cool. I thought the first time the girl said it was a mistake, so it's cool. So I went around for the rest of the night and I took more photos of, because there were more girls than guys there, so obviously, statistically speaking, I took more photos of girls. And of course, girls want their photos to be taken. Some of them even asked. So every single time I took photo of girls, right, of a girl, they said to me, "Thank you, Aloysius." I thought they were being so nice, you know. I thought they were being so kind. I didn't dare to correct them because they just smiled so sweetly. So then the night was over. I got back into my car and I sat down. It was a tiring night lah. So I sat down, I loosened my tie and I took off my tag. I looked at the tag, photographer Aloysius. Okay lah, I returned the tag. Okay. Have you ever seen there's this car lah going around Avenue, going around Bukit Berang. I'm not sure if you guys have ever seen it. For those who drive, right, you guys have probably seen it. It's a Toyota Hilux. Any of you here drive a Toyota Hilux? Okay. So none of you drive a Toyota Hilux, right? Any of you have friends who drive a Toyota Hilux? Okay, so I think it's safe for me to tell this joke here lah. I don't want later the Toyota Hilux come find me. I know the number plate because it's the only number plate there. So this Toyota Hilux, right? Every F-word way, he accelerates, right? Like he has too much money for gas. Have any of you ever driven a four-wheel drive or? You go like vroom vroom, that's 10 ringgit. I'm freaking serious, man. Cheap fuel is not cheap. So this guy, fuel is not cheap. What did I say wrong? Fuel is not cheap. So this guy, right, drives a big car with an overpowered engine. I'm not sure if you guys heard of the theory of overcompensation. The bigger your car, the smaller your with that logic, right, I just want to let all the girls here know that I drive a Perodua kat my Axia. So, that's the point. My car is small. Therefore, by that logic, so this guy drives around like a dick. Okay, I'll just say it straight away. He drives around like a dick. He drives around like his car is a drift machine. So every time I hear his car approaching, these are the words I hear lah. My parents never loved me. I have a small dick. That's usually what I hear when I hear his car pass by. Okay, now for the political news. Don't worry, I won't go deep into politics, okay? Recently there was an unnamed minister who said that Malaysians should do two jobs to sustain their living, right? So everyone came up with hashtag Dua Kerja. Okay, so this is social media, not politics. So then, our Prime Minister, he actually has 2 jobs. I don't know why all of you like taking a shit on him. He has 2 jobs. Oh, okay. By day, he is Prime Minister. By night, he's very good with skin. He's a dermatologist. Hey, sorry, how much time do I have left?
Finish your story.
Okay. My bad. Okay. The British people are very good people because they went around the world telling everyone, you know what, you guys are doing it wrong, you should do it my way. It's very ironic that I'm saying this in English law. Then there's a Chinese empress who mobilized an entire navy to build her a summer palace. It left China defenseless and all their funds were dried out. We did the exact same thing, except we called it Putrajaya. Okay, for my last joke of the day, I'm very sorry to Ma, this is my last joke. This is a story you guys have to imagine, okay? There was a guy and a girl, they just got newly married. So you know what happens when couples are newly married? They get very horny, they like to have a lot of sex. Actually, even for couples who are not newly married, but that's not the point. So, this couple was newly married, okay? So this guy was going to a business conference for the whole week. And he didn't want his wife to be left alone, horny and lonely in the room. So, he went to a sex shop to look for something for her to satisfy herself while he was away. He looked at the dildos. I'm going to use the word dildos because we're all mature individuals, right? We're all mature adults. He looked at the dildos, and he said, you know what, these are not enough. They're too lame, everyone has one. Then he looked at the sex dolls. He said the sex dolls were too much like real people. And she didn't want his wife to get into the idea of having sex with real people. So then he went to the cashier, he asked, do you have anything special? The guy said, yes, we do. He took out a wooden box. Inside the wooden box was a wooden dick. He said, this is called a voodoo dick. The guy was skeptical. He said, okay, how does the voodoo dick work? He said, voodoo dick, the doorknob. The dick flew out of the box, went to fuck the doorknob. That's not the punchline lah. Went to fuck the doorknob, and then the guy said, voodoo dick, back into the box. The voodoo dick went back into the box. The guy was like, holy shit, this is the best thing since sliced bread. I'm taking it. It's a wonder why they don't have that in real life, right? So he took it, he bought it, he told his wife how to use it. He said, okay, when you're feeling horny, you just say, voodoo dick, my ... So then, one day it was a very hot afternoon, and the wife was feeling unusually horny. So she said, voodoo dick, my vagina. Voodoo dick blew out the box and went to pound her. So it pounded her, and she had her first orgasm, and then she had a second orgasm. And then, I think that's security asking me to shut the fuck up already. Then the voodoo dick, yeah, her second orgasm. But then she realized one problem. The husband never told her how to take it out. So she tried to force it out, it just wouldn't come out. She said, never mind, the hospital should have the solution for this. She put on the dress, got into the car, and started driving to the hospital. Halfway through, she had a third orgasm, so she swerved off the road. A policeman caught her swerving off the road. So the policeman asked, why are you driving like that? The wife explained the whole situation truthfully and in detail to her. You know what the policeman said? Voodoo dick my ass. Everyone, that's Aaron.